Excellencies, distinguished delegates, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rungthip Chotnapalai.
And I'm Chanchai Kayasit.
We are honored to be your MC for the event. On behalf of the International Media Association of Thailand, or IMCT, we are glad to welcome you all to the BRICS Forum Thailand 2024, organized under the concept Fostering Closer Relationships, Expanding Greater Business Opportunities. Today, we will explore the great investment opportunities in BRICS, one of the most powerful economic cooperation leagues, how this economic bloc with a combined population of about 3.5 billion totaling a GDP of more than 20.5 trillion, or about 28% of the global economy, represents immense opportunities for Thailand and the world. We will soon find out.
เรียนท่านเอกอัครราชทูตท่านแขกผู้มีเกียรติและสื่อมวลชนทุกท่านครับผมชันชัยกยสิทธิ์และดร.รุ่งทิพย์โชตินภาลัยรู้สึกเป็นเกียรติอย่างยิ่งที่ได้รับหน้าที่พิธีกรในวันนี้ครับในนามของสมาคมสื่อมวลชนนานาชาติประเทศไทยขอต้อนรับทุกท่านเข้าสู่งาน BRICS Forum Thailand 2024 ซึ่งจัดขึ้นภายใต้แนวคิด Fostering Closer Relationship Expanding Greater Business Opportunities งานประชุมเสวนาในครั้งนี้นะครับถือเป็นโอกาสสำคัญของประเทศไทยในการแสดงศักยภาพและความพร้อมในการก้าวเป็นสมาชิก BRICS ต่อสายตาชาวโลกครับก่อนที่เราจะเข้าสู่ช่วงพิธีการกล่าวเปิดงานและเสวนาในวันนี้นะครับผมขอเชิญทุกท่านร่วมทำความรู้จักกับกลุ่มประเทศสมาชิก BRICS ขุมพลังทางเศรษฐกิจโลกจากวิดีทัศน์ชุดต่อไปนี้เชิญรับชมครับ
We will now proceed to the video to present BRICS. Please.
Beyond the emerging economies, a new frontier. BRICS is a global force to be reckoned with, a plan for a common currency, a new payment system, an increasing role of local currencies in trading and transactions, abundant commodity resources, unlimited opportunities, and a huge market. Starting with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, the BRICS Alliance has welcomed 5 new members. And the expansion continues. Think big. Envision the future. BRICS Forum Thailand 2024 sets the grand stage for Thailand to enhance its international profile and become part of the global growth center and prosperity. BRICS, a fresh step for Thailand to embrace greater opportunities and help shape the future. The world will never be the same.
And now may I have the honor of Mr. Khanthong, President of the International Media Association of Thailand, on stage to deliver a welcome address and keynote remarks on BRICS and the new opportunities for Thailand. Mr. Thanong, would you please?
โอกาสแรกนี้นะครับผมขอเรียนเชิญท่านนายกสมาคมสื่อมวลชนนานาชาติประเทศไทยคุณธนงขันทองขึ้นกล่าวต้อนรับและกล่าวปาฐกถาพิเศษในหัวข้อ BRICS and the new opportunities of Thailand ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยครับ
สวัสดีครับ Your Excellency Mr. Evgeny Tomikhin, Ambassador of the Russian Federation to Thailand. Your Excellency Mr. Darkey, Ephraim, Africa, Ambassador of the South Africa to Thailand. Your Excellency Mr. Nassereddin Heidari, Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran to Thailand. I guess His Excellency Nagesh Singh will be joining us later. Representatives of the chambers of commerce from BRICS member states, Mr. Chong Hao Wei, Chairman of the Sino-Thai Empowering Industry Development Company Limited. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to welcome you all to the very first BRICS Forum Thailand 2024. As President of the International Media Organization of Thailand, we are very delighted to host you at our conference today, which brings together notable speakers representing the BRICS nations from both the public and private sectors. As most of you already know, the Russian Federation will be holding the 16th BRICS Annual Summit in Kazan later this year in October. One of the main agendas of this meeting of state leaders, chaired by President Vladimir Putin, is to drive BRICS expansion and welcome new member states. More than 24 countries so far have expressed their interest in joining BRICS. Thailand is one of the countries that has submitted its applications for membership. This illustrates our nation's determination to become part of the intergovernmental community that aspires to create a multipolar world order by striving for a free and fair international system that, with respect for national sovereignty. Therefore, the main objective of BRICS Forum Thailand 2024 is to support the Thai government's decision to become a member of BRICS. Thai business leaders, as well as private sector organizations, are eager about the prospects of Thailand joining BRICS, which they hope will help Thailand expand its economic, trade, commercial, tourism, investment, as well as logistics opportunities. With 10 member countries, BRICS has immense potential. It is home to 3.3 billion people and represents over 1/3 of the world's GDP, emerging as a new and vital economic powerhouse. It is without a doubt that we will see BRICS play a role in shaping a new global economic and financial order. A modern world requires a modern approach that fosters a culture of mutual prosperity and respect, which I believe this community aims to achieve. We at the International Media Association of Thailand recognize Thai business leaders' eagerness to be fully informed and gain in-depth knowledge about BRICS plans for cooperation and development. This includes a planned adoption of a new payment system, which encourages members to rely more on national currencies for financial settlements, the expansion of trade arrangements, and exploring the viability of forming a BRICS common currency in the future. Before we jump into the main event, allow me to briefly tell you about the International Media Association of Thailand. IMCT was established in 2023 as a collaboration of individuals from varying professions within the Thai and international media sphere. IMCT aims to serve as a hub for the dissemination of factual news and information sourced from around the world, seeking to provide alternative worldviews in its news presentation and production. Local and international media professionals are welcomed to become members of IMCT, which acts as a center for journalists to foster relationships and also exchange opinions. I hope that we will have a fruitful discussion about BRICS and the great opportunities it will open up for Thailand and other participating countries. Lastly, I would like to thank our esteemed speakers and distinguished participants, as well as the staff of IMCT and everyone who play a part in making BRICS Forum Thailand 2024 possible. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. สวัสดีครับ
Thank you very much. Please give a big round of applause for the President and Committee of IMCT, International Media Association of Thailand. And now please join me in welcoming on stage to deliver a congratulation speech, Chairman of Sino-Thai Empowering Industry Development Company Limited, Mr. Song Sao Wei. Mr. Wei, would you please?
尊敬的 IMCT 主席先生，尊敬的各位与会嘉宾，大家好。我是中泰产业合作服务平台中泰产业园的发起方，中泰赋能产业发展公司的负责人，我叫魏忠超。首先，热烈祝贺和真诚感谢泰国国际媒体俱乐部和泰国媒体协会成功举办2024年泰国金砖论坛，为在泰的金砖国家组织、机构以及企业构建了一个交流与合作的平台，创造了共同分享金砖国家合作带来的发展机遇和合作契机。肇始于2006年的金砖国家组织尊重国家主权，倡导互利共赢、和平共处，不干涉别国内政。金砖国家合作机制覆盖了政治、经贸、财经、科技、工业、农业、教育、卫生、文化、智库等10数个合作领域，为成员国以及新兴经济体创造了一个公平、健康、可持续的合作环境和广阔的合作空间。金砖国家发展至今成果显著，10个成员国总人口占到世界的45%，经济总量占到全世界总量的31.5%，10个金砖成员国生产了44%的原油。根据俄媒2024年8月17日的报道，金砖国家支付系统或将在今年10月份正式推出。该系统允许在不使用美元的情况下进行单边结算。系统或将为今年金砖国家一共是159个国家提供线上支付功能。在金砖国家合作机制下，金砖国家正在携手创造更具体、更有凝聚力的合作范例。丰富的自然资源、庞大的人口基数、年轻的劳动人口、发达的科技和巨大的市场，为我们所有的新兴经济体能创造出更佳的增长引擎，是新兴国家和发展中国家加强合作、维护共同利益的重要平台，保障新兴市场国家和发展中国家能够自主规划自己未来，给合作国家人民带来实实在在的利益。多年来，中国政府陆续发起、承办和设立了金砖国家创新合作行动计划、金砖国家技术转移中心、金砖国家未来网络研究院、金砖国家未来网络创新论坛等10数个扎扎实实真实的项目。引用中国国家主席习近平在南非约翰内斯堡举办的2023年金砖国家工商论坛闭幕式上的致辞中所说，中国将始终是世界发展的重要机遇，我们敞开大门，谁来同我们合作都欢迎。展望未来，随着14亿多人口整体迈进现代化，中国必将对世界经济做出更大贡献，为各国工商界提供更大的空间。作为一家中国企业，我们积极响应国家号召，认真落实国家政策，抢抓金砖国家这个国际合作平台带来的大好机遇，发起和运营金砖产业大数据平台、金砖产业园， 作为金砖国家域内专业的产业运营商和产能合作服务商，依托团队强大的产业运营能力，以互联网、大数据、人工智能等现代科技应用为基础，充分发挥科技创新和模式创新优势，科学构建产业大数据平台加线下国别园区的融合运营模式，打造金砖域内最专业的产业合作服务平台，赋能政府和市场主体，丰富发展要素，激活资源价值，拓宽国际市场空间，发展金砖主题经济，增加就业岗位，提升社会幸福指数，打造经济高质量发展新亮点，为促进金砖国家间的产业高质量合作和友好往来做出卓越贡献。目前，该平台已经开展了与巴西、俄罗斯、南非等金砖国家的务实有效的合作，并正在将这些经验拓展到与泰国、马来西亚、柬埔寨、卡塔尔、巴基斯坦等新兴经济体的合作中。最后，祝2024年金砖国家经济论坛取得圆满成功，感谢泰国媒体协会为与会嘉宾和广大公众创造了一个了解金砖国家和探索金砖国家发展机遇的宝贵机会。祝各位与会嘉宾身体健康，事业顺利，再次感谢。
Thank you very much, Mr. Wei. Please kindly remain on the stage. And now, may I invite our honorable guest on stage for the photo session. His Excellency Mr. Evgeny Tomikhin, Ambassador of the Russian Federation to the Kingdom of Thailand.
พระท่านเยฟกินีโจมิคินนะครับท่านเอกอัครราชทูตสหพันธรัฐรัสเซียประจำประเทศไทยครับ
His Excellency Mr. Nassereddin Heidari, Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran to Thailand.
พระท่านนัสเรดินเฮเรดีนะครับเอกอัครราชทูตสาธารณรัฐอิสลามอิหร่านประจำประเทศไทย
His Excellency Mr. Darkey, Ephraim, Africa, Ambassador of the Republic of South Africa to Thailand.
พระท่านดาคีอิฟราอิมแอฟริกาเอกอัครราชทูตสาธารณรัฐแอฟริกาใต้ประจำประเทศไทยครับ
His Excellency Mr. Nagesh Singh, Ambassador of the Republic of India to Thailand.
พระท่านนาเกสสิงห์นะครับเอกอัครราชทูตอินเดียประจำประเทศไทย
His Excellency Mrs. Tara Yusuf Ahmed, the Ambassador of the Republic of Egypt to Thailand.
พระท่านอาละยูซุฟอามัดรอยับ Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to Thailand ครับ
Mr. Vitaly Kizelev, President of the Thai-Russian Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Vitaly Kiserev นะครับประธานหอการค้าไทยรัสเซียครับ
Mr. Marcelo Souza, President of Brazil-Thai Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Marcelo Souza ประธานหอการค้าบราซิลไทย
Mr. Neil Van Heerden, Chairman of South African Thai Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Neil Van Heerden ประธานหอการค้าแอฟริกาไทยครับ
Mr. Sushil Kumar Dhanuka, President of India Thai Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. สุชินกุมาดานุกานะครับท่านประธานหอการค้าอินเดียไทยครับ
Mr. Thanong Khanthong, President of the International Media Association of Thailand.
และคุณอาสิตันสถิตนะครับท่านรองประธานสภาอุตสาหกรรมแห่งประเทศไทยครับ
ค่ะคุณธนงขันทองนะคะขึ้นบนเวทีค่ะเดี๋ยวจะถ่ายภาพนะคะร่วมกันค่ะ There will be two sets of the photo sessions. The first one you cross like this, yes, touch hands together, and then we will take the yes. Crossing arms together, and then we can take the cooperation of the BRICS forums today together, please. Yes.
เป็นภาพของการจับมือประสานกันนะครับแสดงออกถึงความร่วมแรงร่วมใจเป็นน้ำหนึ่งใจเดียวกันของประเทศสมาชิก BRICS ครับ
So today's forums is made possible by the International Media Association of Thailand and the cooperation from the Alliance Chino Thai Empowering Industry Development Company Limited. Yes.
เราร่วมมือกันได้นะครับถึงแม้ว่าจะ อย่างไรก็ตาม มีความแตกต่างเรื่องของศาสนานิดนึงนะครับแต่ว่าในเรื่องความเป็นหนึ่งอันเดียวกันนั้นเราเชื่อมต่อกันได้เสมอครับ
This is beautiful pictures of the corporations of the BRICS Forum 2024 organized by IMCT. And the next photo session will be holding the flag of the countries with the orchid. We call it orchid flag, yes?
ที่เราเห็นอยู่ตรงนี้นะครับก็เป็นเรือกล้วยไม้นะครับกล้วยไม้นี่เป็นสินค้าส่งออกอันดับต้นๆของไทยนะครับที่ต่างชาตินิยมมากเราทำเรือกล้วยไม้ขึ้นมาเพื่อเป็นสัญลักษณ์นะครับเพื่อที่จะทุกท่านบนเวทีนะครับได้ปักธงชาติของแต่ละชาติที่เป็นสมาชิกBRICSและกำลังจะเป็นสมาชิกBRICSร่วมกันในเรือลำนี้นะครับเพื่อเป็นสัญลักษณ์สื่อว่าพวกเราลงเรือลำเดียวกัน
ค่ะ so His Excellency would you hold your flag of the countries and then you may kindly put it on this orchid boat yes
This will be represent that we are on the same boat.
Please kindly place the flag in front of the orchid, please. In front.
The front of the
in front,
orchid
please. So you
boat.
can see. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, please.
Yes, in front of the orchid boat. We call it boat. Yes. This symbolizes the cooperation between the BRICS countries and soon to be members and interested members.
China,
Thank you very much.
Brazil, India, Russia, Africa, South Africa, and Thailand.
Yes, please give a round of applause. Thank you very much. Let's have some pictures together.
ถือว่าเป็นภาพประวัติศาสตร์นะครับที่สะท้อนให้เห็นถึงความร่วมมือร่วมใจทางด้านเศรษฐกิจระหว่างกลุ่มประเทศสมาชิกBRICSและประเทศไทยในฐานะผู้แสดงความประสงค์ขอเข้าร่วมเป็นสมาชิกกลุ่มBRICSนะครับ
Once again, today's forum made possible by the International Media Association of Thailand and cooperation from its alliance, Sino-Thai Empowering Industry Development Company Limited. Let's together fostering closer relationships, expanding greater business opportunities. Shortly, we will proceed to the very interesting, exciting part of our forum today. Thank you
ขอเสียง
very
ปรบมือ
much.
ดังๆครับสำหรับความร่วมมือที่เกิดขึ้นในระดับโลกคราวนี้ครับ
Excellent, please.
เอาเลยครับ
Yes, may proceed to your seat for now while our staff will organize the stage for the talk this afternoon.
ต้องบอกว่าเดี๋ยวเราจะใช้เวลาช่วงนี้สักครู่หนึ่งนะครับในการจัดแจงเวทีนะครับเพื่อที่จะเข้าสู่ช่วงเวลาของการเสวนา2เซสชั่นครับวันนี้เนี่ยนะครับช่วงที่1เนี่ยจะร่วมด้วยท่านเอกอัครราชทูตประจำประเทศไทยนะครับช่วงที่2นั้นจะร่วมด้วยวิทยากรตัวแทนจากสภาหอการค้านานาชาตินะครับจะมาร่วมแสดงทัศนะและมุมมองต่อโอกาสทางการค้าการลงทุนในระดับมหาศาลนะครับของกลุ่มประเทศสมาชิก BRICS ครับรอกันสักครู่นะครับช่วงระหว่างนี้อาจจะพักกันได้สักครู่หนึ่งนะครับมีของว่างรับประทานหรือว่าจะเข้าห้องน้ำได้แป๊บหนึ่งนะครับขอเวลาทีมงานได้มีการจัดเตรียมเวทีนะครับเพื่อการเสวนาใน2เซสชั่นที่จะเริ่มต้นขึ้นครับ
So this afternoon we have we already served you the afternoon tea. Further ado, we will proceed to the BRICS Forum Thailand 2024 panel discussions where distinguished speakers will share their thoughts on investment opportunities in BRICS member countries. In a while, on the stage will be ready.
ใช้เวลากันอีกสักครู่หนึ่งนะครับเดี๋ยว พิธีกรของผมบนเวทีตรงนี้นะครับดร.รุ่งนะครับจะเป็นพิธีกรร่วมที่จะร่วมสัมภาษณ์แขกรับเชิญบนเวทีด้วย
ค่ะ
เป็นช่วงเวลาสำคัญ อาจจะคุยกันได้สักคร่าวๆตรงนี้ไหมครับว่า
ค่ะ
ความสำคัญของ BRICS นั้นเป็นอย่างไรบ้าง กับการร่วมมือเริ่มต้นของ 5 ประเทศระดับโลก
So today's the forum we will have two parts. The first part will be the talk among ambassadors of BRICS members, and the second part will be the talks with among the Chamber of Commerce of BRICS. So altogether, within the 2 hours, we hope that we will maybe discuss and have more understanding, more comprehensive understandings of BRICS.
เพราะว่า 5 ประเทศที่รวมตัวกันไม่ว่าจะเป็นบราซิล รัสเซีย อินเดีย จีน และแอฟริกาใต้นั้นต้องบอกว่าประกอบด้วยประชาชนที่มีกำลังซื้อมหาศาลนะครับ รวมทั้ง 5 ประเทศนี้เข้าไปนี่ก็เรียกว่าค่อนโลกแล้วนะครับ ดังนั้นโอกาสในการค้าการลงทุนนั้นมหาศาลจริง ๆ ซึ่งการคุยกันในวันนี้เนี่ยนะครับจะทำให้ได้รับมุมมองใหม่ๆนะครับในเรื่องของการค้าการลงทุนที่จะมีตลาดที่เรียกว่าใหญ่มากๆเกือบจะที่สุดในโลกด้วยซ้ำไปที่ประเทศไทยจะเข้าไปร่วมนะครับในขณะที่ก็มีการเปิดรับสมาชิกใหม่ๆเพิ่มขึ้นมาด้วยกำลังซื้อมหาศาลจริงๆนะครับ
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Kun Chanchai. And without further ado, please allow me to invite our guest speakers for the first panel discussion. Please welcome His Excellency Mr. Evgeny Tomikhin, Ambassador of the Russian Federation to the Kingdom of Thailand. His Excellency Mr. Nagesh Singh, Ambassador of the Republic of India to Thailand. His Excellency Mr. Darkey, Ephraim, Africa, Ambassador of the Republic of South Africa to Thailand. His Excellency Mr. Nassereddin, Heidari, Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran to Thailand. And please give a warm round of applause for the moderator for today, Mr. Thanong Khanthong, President of the International Media Association of Thailand. And it is now my honor to join Mr. Thanong as a co-moderator.
เอาละครับช่วงนี้ขอเรียนเชิญทุกท่านนั่งประจำที่ได้เลยนะครับเพราะว่าเราจะเข้าสู่ช่วงการเสวนาในช่วงแรกนะครับซึ่งเราได้รับเกียรติจากท่านเอกอัครราชทูตประจำประเทศไทยร่วมเสวนานะครับโดยมีคุณธนงขันทองท่านนายกสมาคมสื่อมวลชนนานาชาติประเทศไทยเป็นผู้ดำเนินรายการร่วมกับพิธีกรของผมครับดร.รุ่งทิพย์ครับขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับเสวนาเซสชั่นแรกในวันนี้ครับ
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
This is our first session. First of all, I would like to thank you all for your support and your kind acceptance to join the discussion on Thailand's opportunities in BRICS. As we all know, the Thai government has submitted its application to become a member of BRICS, and we are organizing this seminar to support or to show, our determination, to become a BRICS member, which will have far-reaching implications not only for Thailand's foreign policy, Thailand's security, and also, with the implications of economic and financial interests. Our discussion, I think, would cover 4 major topics. I want it to be kind of a informal discussion. I think the first subject that we would like to tackle is BRICS enlargement. Secondly, BRICS growing use of national currencies for financial settlements. Number 3, BRICS new payment system, whether it's going to be approved by the BRICS summit or not. And I would like to have your vision on the role of BRICS going forward. 5 years from now or 10 years from now, how do you see BRICS evolving? And finally, I would like you to summarize bilateral relations between your country and Thailand. So let me start with Ambassador Tomikhin first. Thailand has applied for membership of BRICS, and Russia is going to host the BRICS summit in Kazan later this year in October. What are the chances of Thailand to becoming a member, in your opinion?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to express my appreciation to all organizers and supporters of this event. I really inspired with such big interest. It's very important, and before the discussion, all guests had some food. So after food, there might be two options: relaxation with sleeping or relaxation with discussing. So I hope that you will express your interest to discuss relevant issues. But moderator just mentioned so many topics. I'm afraid that it might take half day of time.
Yeah.
But I would like, because there are other colleagues from BRICS group, I would like to focus on some basic considerations. Concerning Russia, this year is chair in this group, and I would like to say a few basic considerations concerning this group. So BRICS members have been repeatedly characterized as the fastest growing major countries. So because Russia is chair in this group today since January this year, and we received this chairmanship from our friends and colleagues from South Africa. So Russia is going to further promote strategic partnership on the basis of continuity and consensus, increase the role of BRICS in global affairs, which is reflected in the motto of Russia's chairmanship: strengthening multilateralism for just global development and security. So already over 130 events have been held, and more are to come. There are two major directions of the Russian presidency. One is politics and security, another one economic and financing, and the third one cultural and humanitarian contacts. So maybe you know, who just following the BRICS development, it was very important ministerial meeting in the city of Nizhny Novgorod in June, and your Minister of Foreign Affairs was also invited to take part. It was a BRICS Plus or BRICS Outreach format with the countries who expressed a strong interest to join BRICS, or the chairs in different regional platforms or organizations. We actually have a very good coordination in different international forums. We received already the forum of the political parties in June, representing BRICS countries and friends of BRICS, including Thailand, and it was a big honor to receive Kompetentang Chinawat as a member of, as a participant of that forum. She participated at that political parties forum, and it was very interesting and very productive. In June, again, we received Parliamentary Forum of BRICS in St. Petersburg, and we had already a number of ministerial meetings, such as tourism, industry, economy and trade, youth policy, sport, cultural, so on. So I don't want to spend a lot of time to tell about all events we are planning to have before the end of this year.
Can you mention about enlargement? Several dozen countries.
May I continue with my notes first,
okay.
if it's possible, okay? Because I have to respect my colleagues who prepared this paper.
Okay. The audience here would, are eager to know whether Thailand's possibilities.
We going step by step, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So, major efforts are underway to implement the decisions of the Johannesburg Summit 2023, including expansion, including payment system, including transactions, including considering of the new status like partners countries of BRICS. I guess that you would not ready to give me more time to talk about basic. Okay, I just can put it aside. Some basic considerations, because in this hall there are many people representing business community as well as media. Flags behind us. All these flags representing countries with the different historical backgrounds, with different cultures, with different traditions, with different religions, with different level of economic development. But this is not weakness, this is our advantage. Because we respecting each other, we don't need any big brother, we are equal, and we are ready to concentrate our efforts and our minds to find relevant solutions which are in the agenda, national agendas of each country. For Russia, despite geopolitical turbulence, the top priority is economic development, social economic development, increasing the level of living standards in my country, increasing investment to remote areas, because every country, especially big country, has many disbalances in economic development between different provinces. But BRICS for us is an absolutely friendly and very perspective platform. We want to use it, please. We want to use it, please. Don't. Okay, I just going step by step. I don't want to make any propaganda here, but everyone, please, before make any conclusions, please analyze yourself. Don't consume anyone's narratives that might be proposed from abroad, from other countries. There is not matter of choice of choosing between BRICS and something else. It's not about, just big brothership relations. It's about your own national interests, our own national interests. So if it was decided by experts, by politicians, that BRICS might be interesting and might be useful for any country, that's your decision. I'm not here to convince anyone, to convince Thailand to join BRICS. It was a decision made by Thailand. But concerning expansion, of course there are many speculations in media, but one of the very important decisions made in Johannesburg summit was the inviting 5, that time 6, but finally 5 countries to become full membership, to become full members. So Iran, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Ethiopia. So, of course, under the Russian presidency in this group, the very important task for all members to incorporate smoothly all new members, because BRICS is just not only gathering and talking about, just everything. BRICS.
So you don't want to move quickly, you want to move step by step.
BRICS mechanisms include many areas of interest. Security, counterterrorism, economic development, financial development, culture, sport, everything. So for our friends who became the new members, of course it's very important to be incorporated as fast as possible, as smooth as possible. There is no veto in BRICS of expansion, next expansion, because there are a number of applications from different countries, including Thailand.
How many of them?
I'm not Shepa or not Su-Shepa from the Russian Federation, so I heard about the formal application from Thailand. I know that there is a formal in written application from Malaysia at least. I know that there is a formal application from Azerbaijan as the newest one. Maybe some other countries also applied, but many of them applied orally during different meetings. So this topic is very important and still under discussions. And we hope that next ministerial meeting, which would be organized in New York during General Assembly session in September, will definitely discuss this topic. So Kazan summit.
You think the summit will make a final decision or not?
Of course, the final decision would be made by leaders.
Okay.
But leaders should be informed by ministers.
Okay.
So, and ministers would inform leaders, on the basis, on the principle of consensus.
Okay.
Sorry for taking your time.
Ambassador, yes. Yeah, that was quite comprehensive, explanation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me move on to
Yes,
Ambassador Singh. Mr. Anwar Ibrahim, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, has recently, or the other day, visited India, and one of his, major subjects that he would like to discuss with your Prime Minister is the possibility of Malaysia's being admitted into BRICS. It seems that many countries, in ASEAN, not only Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, and also Indonesia are also interested. What are the probabilities, or what are the chances of these countries, in your opinion, have a chance of being admitted?
Thank you very much. Again, let me also begin by thanking the organizers for inviting me for this wonderful event, which will be educative for all of us, and also for giving me an opportunity to share the platforms with some dear friends who are sitting next to me. And I think it's a very welcome development, this kind of discussion which we are having about BRICS. So let me just give a very quick preface. I think the current chair has spoken in depth about what's happening with BRICS. For us as India, BRICS is a very robust platform for coordination, cooperation, action on issues of mutual interest and concern. India's foreign policy is based on the tenets of multipolarity. It's based on the tenets of strategic autonomy, and also that a more democratized global political and financial order. We think that BRICS provides us with this excellent platform to try and, like I said, democratize the international global governance structure, which reflects a lot of what was happening on the realities of, the post-Cold War, not the post-Cold War, the post-Second World War period.
But some people say that BRICS is anti-Western. Is that true?
No, that's not true. That's not true. You see, this either you are with us or you are against us is a very Western construct. In our part of the world, we can be friends with everyone.
But we hardly can read any or find any reports about BRICS, in the Western media.
That's not our problem. We are not here to seek for approval or disapproval from any media or anybody else. These are serious countries who have gotten together to solve problems for our people, as Ambassador Evgeny mentioned. If you look at our cooperation which is happening, whether on the development side, on political and security side, on what we call the people-to-people connect side, it's a very comprehensive cooperation. It might be a non-Western, as my foreign minister said somewhere, it's not an anti-Western group. You can call it a non-Western group where countries have got together who have similar interests and similar concerns to try and solve those problems. And like I said, today is a multipolar world where like-minded countries get together and decide on what they want to do, what they don't want to do. If you look at member states of the BRICS, India, UAE, a lot of our countries have very strong, Saudi Arabia have strong relations with the West. Okay. Other countries have relations with, members of the BRICS countries. So it's not an exclusive club. Yeah. Now, coming back to the expansion, I think my Prime Minister is on record on the Johannesburg summit that we welcome the expansion. The more countries join this group, it gives voice to the countries of the global south, because if you see the international governance structure, it's dominated by a lot of Second World War era realities. Contemporary realities are different. Power equations have changed. So we will welcome it. He has already said that it's under consideration, but I'm also told that there are certain guiding principles, standards, procedures being discussed of how to go about expanding the membership, how to, to select new members who are applying for it. So it's a work in progress, but an enlarged BRICS is welcome, and Thailand, which I think is a close friend of all our countries, it's a serious and it's important international actor. I think it'll be a welcome addition, and when the list of candidatures are discussed, I think Thailand would be a very, very primary candidate.
Because I recall one of your leaders said that one of the main conditions, for becoming a BRIC members is that that country should not involve or engage in sanctions. Is that one of the main requirements or conditions or not?
I'm sorry, sorry, my friend, only two phrases. So it's again about narratives. Please be free of Western narratives. Groups like BRICS or other groups, original organizations, with our participations, did not establish in the purposes of against somebody. This is absolutely Western attitude. If you join with somebody, you should be against somebody. We don't have such kind of agenda in our cooperation, absolutely. Please be free about this anti-Western, pro-Russian, pro-China, anti-somebody else, and everything would be okay.
Thank you. May I ask our Ambassador Heidari of Iran for Thailand, what is your impression of Thailand's determination or chances of getting into BRICS membership that we just applied? Please.
First and foremost, like other colleagues, I would like to thank you and organizers for this important panel of discussion. It would be my honor to speak here on behalf of my own country. Well, actually, just before responding to this specific question, if I may, I would like to talk about to what extent BRICS is important.
Yes.
Secondly, I would like to speak a bit about the impetus and incentives of my own country being member of BRICS, and then lastly, as Ambassador of India eloquently said, this would be the decision of Thailand, actually. But I could say my view in this case.
Right, but Thailand is very eager to join. We just propose the application.
Yeah, if you let me to touch upon the three points, then I will touch upon the how Thailand should accede to the BRICS. First and foremost, I believe that the establishment of BRICS is a historic turning point and an important step forward in relation between the emerging economies of global south, as other distinguished ambassadors said. The economic and political alliance built by developing world are often diplomatic and has been instrumental and bargaining power in international fora such as UN, G77, as well as non-aligned movement, which form coordinated power of negotiating the group interest. So it is not against any other country whatsoever, but give you a bargaining chip to negotiate the interest of the group in international fora. Makes no difference, UN, other, and so on. BRICS, in our view, is the real case that represents a real economic and political synergy, potentially capable of wielding influence at regional and global level. So BRICS is not limited only to UN so far, could be exercised in sub-regional, regional, and in global level. It is the first time that a strong and effective political economy identity, I emphasize on the word identity, has been established in developing world. Therefore, it is the idea of more expansion. BRICS members become a reality, and this identity will become more coherent and global gradually, as Ambassador of Russia has. Today, the economic growth of BRICS has strengthened confidence among the members and boosted global confidence in the effectiveness of the group. This is attested by the growing interest to become member of BRICS among countries of global south. BRIC has largest population
Right.
and is the largest territory in the earth.
Wow.
The share of BRICS in global GDP and trade among the members has been increasing, and efforts to reduce the cost of trade in the group, including the result of the desire to use national currencies, count as an important step. In the meantime, BRICS institution formation, such as the new development bank, has been a smart move without seeking to disrupt the current system, can play a significant role in correcting and completing the global financial, banking, and monetary systems. Therefore, BRICS has huge potential to South-South cooperation and moving toward correcting the unjust and unfair current global financial mechanism. The current interconnected world is facing mega challenges such as unilateralism, hegemonic economic supremacy, imposing coercive sanctions, economic blockade, and other illegal forceful measures has made it inevitable for global south to create and enhance new regimes and institutions for global structure alongside the existing inefficient currencies.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
actually, if I touch upon why
That
Iran
would be
has,
2 pages more, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes, but I think you wrapped up, pretty well.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
like we quite understand like how
Yes.
BRICS is very important, and also for the new member or the interested member to join.
Yes.
For Thailand, then again, go back to the same question: how you think that which country that that just apply would have the chance to be the BRIC members?
Well, actually, if you allow me, let me express the incentive of my own country.
Yes.
Well, actually, I touch upon that, and then I will say about Thailand a bit, actually. Actually, Islamic Republic of Iran has always sought to interact with multilateral institutions. This is a paradigm that Iran is believing on multilateralism. And BRICS is fundamentally instrumental to apply such a multilateralism for Iran. Of course, we have other fora, and Iran has been also following multilateralism in other fora. Just before member of BRICS, we have been member of Shanghai Organization, deepening economic relations with Eurasian Economic Union with the aim of creating a free trade zone, and other multilateral fora like ECO D8, actually the Indian Ocean Rim Association, the Black Sea Economic Cooperation, and the OIC NAM G77, and recently your foreign minister was participating in ACD in Tehran, all confirm the strengthening of multilateralism. I believe I could not continue, of course, my statement is longer than regarding the incentive of my own country, but I believe one of the principles that Thailand is following is the same paradigm as Iran.
Right.
Multilateralism in the multipolar world is inevitable. Regarding Thailand, actually, as distinguished ambassadors already said, I believe that this is the decision of Thailand, but I have quoted in my statement part
Okay.
of the statement of the foreign minister of Thailand when he participated in Russia. And he said BRICS has emerged as a key driver of this transformation. Thailand shares the view that in order to achieve the objective that we all are seeking, this evolving world must be underpinned by a strong commitment to multilateralism. I think just this answer might be enough for your question regarding Thailand.
Thank you very much.
I
Yes,
think we go to Ambassador
South Africa.
Africa. What benefits has your country gained from become a member of BRICS so far? Last year, South Africa hosted the BRICS summit. What are some of the main issues that need, to be passed along, to the BRICS summit this year in Russia? Thank you.
Thank you very much, moderators, and let me also reiterate what my colleagues, my distinguished friends have said, that we are very happy that we are able to engage with such an auspicious audience to explain not only the position of our countries, but also to provide context for a much more comprehensive understanding of BRICS, because there seem to be some either generated myths about BRICS or invented misdirections. So I want to give a context first before I respond. The question that we need to respond to is, what type of world do we live in since the end of the Second World War? Which world would we want to see in which all nations have a fairer and equitable opportunities for success? It is in this context that we must understand two fundamental issues about BRICS. And my colleagues have already alluded to that. And I would want just to re-emphasize this point, that BRICS plays a critical role to ensure that we build a more equitable world. Fundamentally, BRICS exist to ensure that global governance, the architecture of global governance is changed, where every nation, every country will be treated with respect, and where every country will benefit. That's the first issue. The second issue is to reset the economic global agenda. Who does the economic global agenda serve? It is biased against the global south, this agenda that we're talking about. And that is where BRICS comes in. And I want to illustrate a few of the economic partnership issues regarding BRICS. BRICS is an economic cooperation aimed at complementing and strengthening existing bilateral and multilateral relations between member states, whilst contributing to increased economic growth and competitiveness of the BRICS economy. BRICS has what is called a strategy for BRICS economic partnership. And I want to highlight a few things, because probably many of us here will begin to contextualize BRICS within that, those areas that I will highlight. But I want to make this point once again. BRICS is an idea whose time has come. There is no going back on BRICS. It is only going to qualitatively grow. Qualitatively grow, and I want to emphasize that. There is a partnership strategy of BRICS from which all of us are benefiting, and I'll come to the benefits for South Africa at a later stage. Okay. One, to promote economic openness and integration through mutual access to markets. Mutual access to markets. To diversify and balance trade and investment cooperation between countries, especially to promote more value-added exports among the member states. Those are the benefits, and the benefits are accruing to the member states. Strengthen macroeconomic policy coordination to to counter external economic shocks, promote the reform of global economic governance institutions, and to safeguard the interest of BRICS and other emerging and developing countries. I made the point that there is a systemic bias that is emerging. In fact, it's embedded in the world system against the global south. And therefore, it becomes quite important that countries of the global south, and especially the developing world, come together to ensure that they derive greater benefits from a global system that is reformed and a global system whose benefits expand and extend across all of the countries of the world.
Okay.
That is how we must understand the context in which BRICS was founded, and why BRICS is important for the developing world, and why BRICS is important for the global south. Let me historically just highlight this. Many of you may know about the Bandung Conference in 1955, where all the developing world came together to outline and articulate a new solidarity. And that solidarity today is today manifesting in BRICS for the benefit of all. So it shouldn't be misunderstood. Neither should there be an attempt to trivialize or diminish the significance of BRICS in the global context. Because what BRICS wants to do, reform the global institution, ensure that the economic values or the economic benefits that derive from this world order, which BRICS is going to ensure that is created, what benefits comes out of that are expanded and are extended to everybody.
Thank you.
What South Africa has benefited. South Africa was the first amongst the African countries to be part of BRICS in 2010, invited in 2010. Ever since that, there's been growing trade among BRICS members, and overall, also with leading economies within BRICS. And I want to also just add on the issue of anti-West. There is no such a thing as a forum or a bloc that is anti-West. All members of BRICS treat each other with respect. There is no arrogance amongst BRICS members. And that is very central. And therefore, for South Africa, for instance, our greatest trading partner, biggest trading partner is China overall and within BRICS.
Okay.
The second biggest trading partner is the United States of America.
Okay.
And that in itself shows that there is no attempt, no conspiracy, no agenda that is anti-West. It is the attempt of the developing world to create a world in which opportunities are shared amongst everybody.
Yes, before we move on, another subject, can I go back to the same question? I don't want to press you, Mr. Ambassador, but in your personal opinion, do you support or do you see any chances for Thailand getting the membership or not? Just yes or no or neutral? Can I go?
Being as ambassador here, I may say that we regard Thailand as a very strong candidate to join BRICS. Decision should be made by your country.
How about compared to Vietnam? Because Prime Minister Putin...
There is no matter to compare. Please, stop compare anyone. For us,
no, because ASEAN countries are vying
for us,
the seats.
That might be some kind of competition between your, just ASEAN countries. But for Russia, as especially as a chair in BRICS, it's very important to understand, how the new candidates might be incorporated in much more closer cooperation with BRICS. Because maybe some countries will decide to be partners of BRICS. Some countries maybe will, reconfirm their strong will to become full members. So everything should be discussed, but there is no any veto, there is no any suspension of expansion.
Okay.
And for me, as a Russian ambassador, I can say, for me, in my eyes, Thailand is a very strong candidate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ambassador Singh, do you agree or not?
Totally
What's
agree
the
with-
position of your government?
So my government's position is we want a larger BRICS. We are for expansion. It's on record. We've supported the last expansion in Johannesburg. But like Evgeny said, that there has to be a kind of, procedure, guidelines for how we expand. We don't want to expand just for the sake of expansion, but to have countries who have complementarities of interests, who want to work together. And for that, it's important we hasten slowly. We look into the things. But again, like my friend said, for us, Thailand is a serious international economic actor. It's a balanced country, which brings, it's a bridge builder. And again, just give me 2 minutes, because what my colleague said, I'll give you this against us or for us. Look at India. India is a part of something called the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue in the Indo-Pacific with United States, Australia, and Japan. We are a part of some countries refer to as an Asian NATO and all, we deny it because there we are doing something else. We are also a part of something called I2U2, which is, India, UAE, United States and Israel. But at the same time, we are a part of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization with Russia, China and other countries. We are a part of the BRICS. We are a part of the G77, a group of developing countries, but we are also members of the G20, the 20 largest economies. So this either or thing, it's we are with us or against us, it's a faulty construct. But short answer to your original question, that in my view, as ambassador of India to Thailand, Thailand is a very, very strong candidate. And as Ambassador mentioned, decisions in BRICS are taken by consensus. And as and when the time comes, when the list of candidates are actually presented, I'm sure all our countries will be supporting Thailand's candidature.
Thank you very much. Ambassador Africa, can you tackle this matter?
Well, I would say that Thailand has got the credentials. And as one of the largest economies in Southeast Asia, in ASEAN, the prospects are greater for Thailand. One of the things is that the global South can do and grow a lot when you have a number of ASEAN countries participating in BRICS. So that is probably the prospect, that is what is going to happen. But I think we must also emphasize, and what my colleague has said, BRICS is not about quantities. It's about quality. And we seem to be emphasizing the quantity at the expense of the quality.
Okay.
BRICS is a very qualitative bloc, and it wants countries that would make a very great contribution to the success of BRICS. It is not a construction against anything or anybody. It is a development that is necessary to build this global order that I referred to earlier. So countries that share the same perspective about how the world must be and what the world must do to create a better world for all, those countries belong within the fold of BRICS.
Thank you, Ambassador. Moving on to the same question to Ambassador Heidari. Yes, please.
Thank you so much. I do not have much to add to what our colleague has said. But for Iran, I think Thailand is an important partner.
Okay.
Our relation dates back to 420 years ago. Culturally, we are connected to Thailand, and we have a lot of Iranians who have much interest to come to Thailand as a tourist. And as is an important element of Thailand's foreign policy to building the bridge, I think the role of Thailand in BRICS would be important, as other colleagues have said. And Thailand, I think, is the second largest economy in ASEAN. Therefore, if Thailand would like to make a bridge, I think, and the other members of the ASEAN actually seeking to be member of the BRICS, then collectively within the ASEAN would be an important element to, as Ambassador of South Africa has said, to qualitative work of the BRICS so far. Of course, that is the decision of the Thailand to decide. I have been once in the meeting in the Senate, the same question was asked. Maybe you should remove this narrative, this kind of dichotomy that the membership of Thailand in OECD is contradicting the membership of Thailand in BRICS. This kind of dichotomy is not correct.
Okay.
The BRICS is not seeking to prevent any country. As I have figured out, Iran is member of so many other international fora, economically, politically, as other colleagues are. Therefore, I think it would be an important partner to BRICS and contributor to the BRICS if Thailand would decide to be member.
We move on to the growing use of national currencies for financial settlements within the BRIC countries. As we know, Russia has been subject to sanctions. More than 300 billions in foreign reserves has been frozen and
Stolen. Almost stolen.
You'll get it back someday.
It's a new reality.
Okay. This has forced Russia to rely more on the ruble, for international transactions and also doing trade with the BRICS country, particularly with China, using the Chinese renminbi more and more. How do you see the development of in terms of using the national currencies for transactions without having to go through a third-party currency like the euro or the US dollar, like in the past?
Actually, this trend is not new. Even many years ago, even before my arrival here as ambassador, I remember that even between ASEAN countries, there were discussions of using more their own national currencies in mutual payment and mutual transactions. We discussed with China, with India, with other countries, the idea of using national currencies a long time. Today, just give you one example, last year, bilateral trade with China was more than 200 billion US dollar. And 90% of this trade, all transactions and payment were made in ruble and yuan. So this is a trend. There would be a process. Why? Maybe one of the very important reasons of this process, because Americans and Europeans, they start to use their own currency as an instrument of pressure.
Weaponizing the currency.
Weaponize the currency. Who want to use this weapon against yourself? So there are other alternatives. So in Johannesburg summit, it was decided to let governors of the central banks and ministries of finance to consider much more properly the relevant ideas. And all these ideas would be reported to the leaders during Kazan summit. We remember the proposal from Brazilian president of creating some kind of BRICS, special BRICS currency. Everything is possible because, just unipolar world is already destroyed by themselves. And one currency world also destroyed. So this is a process could not be changed. We hope that, everything is new today.
So going forward,
we just crossing the river, touching stones, as Chinese friends like to say. So this is a new path, but we need to unite our efforts and our, just experts to find out the correct way.
So in the future,
without hurrying up and without mistakes.
So in the future, Thailand and Russia can do bilateral trade by using the baht and ruble.
Why not?
Is it accelerating? Do you see the trend?
Why not? You know, sanctions even become tougher. You know, alternatives would be much more real.
Thank you. Ambassador Singh, India is one of the countries that have benefited the most, you know, from the use of local currencies. Your country used the rupee to purchase oil from Russia and also from UAE and other countries. How do you see the international, and also from Iran? How do you see the internationalization of your currency, rupee?
You know, this is a growing trend, as my friend Evgeny said. I know we have these currency swap agreements with almost 23, 24 countries. And again, just to make a point that it's not either or. We have these arrangements with China, with Russia, with Iran. We also have it with Germany and the United Kingdom. So it's a growing trend, and it's logical. If you look at economic efficiency, why do we have to go and look for third currencies? If you and I are agreeable that, you know, my legal tender and your illegal tender is acceptable to me, we don't need to go looking for, you know. So I think this trend will, you know, how should I say, grow more and more, because people want to minimize, you know, risks in business by reducing or spreading the risk over larger, whether it's currency, whether it's markets, whether it's supply chains, etc. So, you know, we are actively promoting this, and like I said, it's already with about 25 countries, and it'll go. And it's not just oil that we buy from Russia; we buy a lot of other things from Russia as well.
Commodities, yes.
Yes, Ambassador Africa. Yes, regarding the financial transaction of the national currency or the local currency, how does this help support the role of South Africa rand currency so far, and is benefiting for your country?
Well, this is not a very easy matter. When countries are trading between each other, they enter into some agreement as to what unit of transaction they are going to be using. South Africa currently, through the New Development Bank, has been using that mechanism to ensure that we are able to have smooth trade with those countries that we are partners with. But there are also policy issues that must be taken into account. You have a macroeconomic policy that would have to be taken into account, and you also have interest rates and many other things that should be taken into account in the future. The governor for our central bank is of the view that there needs to be, a team of experts that will look at all of these issues to ensure that we are able to come to a position where we can use our own currency to trade with other countries. But there is actually no policy position as yet. What is happening is that experts are busy crafting a framework. As the minister, as my colleagues have said, there was an agreement in Johannesburg that we need to move towards that. But there are many things that must be taken into account to be able to come to that. We don't do things because we are running away from something. We do things because we want the success of this order, this new world order, and all instruments that will help make it succeed must be done effectively, efficiently, and that would include currencies, and that would include macroeconomic policies, and our central banks are working on all of those, and therefore there is a possibility that we will be able to enhance trade amongst each other. Let me just finalize this. In Africa, for instance, you will know that there has been talk about a single currency in Africa. It's a very difficult process. You will also know that in West Africa, there's been a discussion of using one currency for many years. So the same dynamics and challenges and consideration that must be taken by those countries are the same that are taken by BRICS. BRICS is not a bloc that want to rush things. They want to consider them so that they can, because we are going to have a permanent structure. As I said, this is a structure, an idea whose time has come. So everything that is done by BRICS is going to be done efficiently and effectively in the context of success. Therefore, our central banks are developing those things. They are looking at it. The experts have been given that chance to look at it and then advise in October what the move is going to be.
Thank you. Ambassador Heidari, Iran has been subject to Western sanctions for several decades. Now you are a member of BRICS. How does the BRICS membership help your country to move forward economically, financially, and also politically?
Well, actually, we believe, as we have said, being member of the BRICS create an opportunity for us, because we believe that one of the significant roles of BRICS, which deserves to be prioritized and put into action, is the reform of the current financial global order that has been based upon Bretton Woods. Of course, at that time, maybe the people who have created this system has had a very genuine reasons, but the situation has changed. In the international order, you are always confronted with the changes. Therefore, one of the important possibilities as could be prioritized in BRICS is the reform of current financial global order, which always act, the current system, Bretton Woods, always act as an obstacle to development and progress of developing countries. You see that actually this is the special case of our country. Distinguished colleague from Russia should speak for Russia. But in our view, the current system, the dollar, which is the main currency, has been used as a weapon rather than a currency for actually exchanging economic relations between the countries. Therefore, we strongly believe that we could come up to a alternative, and at current stage, Iran is favoring using national currencies as well as barter, even in our economic relation in terms of the other well-known currencies like yuan and others. Therefore, we believe that since the current financial system is unjust, undemocratic, and one current currency is used as a weapon, therefore, developed global South should look for other alternatives, and BRICS could create stepwise another situation for other countries.
How is trade going on between Iran and Thailand now? Can we buy oil from Iran, and can Iran purchase rice from Thailand?
Well, actually, we have economic relations with Thailand. So far, it is not in a satisfactory level.
Why?
Well, actually, but from the time I have came to be representative of Iran here, no day goes by that I see that the private sector of Thailand are coming to our embassy, and they have expressed their much interest to have actually economic relations and contract with Iran. But so far as you see, the current system is considered as a obstacle. But so far we have been open and addressed that to distinguished colleagues from Thai government that Iran is ready.
So mostly it's Thailand's problems, not Iran problem.
Of course, I'm not expert to go on detail of this issue, but so far Iran has been ready to deal with Thailand in terms of barter, local currency, as well as in yuan and other currencies.
Ambassador Tomikhin, for Russia.
Just one phrase.
Yes, please.
We hope that if Thailand so strongly want to join the BRICS, maybe Thai friends will bring some ideas concerning using national currencies or payment systems. Why not?
Yes.
You're a very experienced country. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
May I add something actually.
Right.
When ACD actually was convened in Iran, one of the basic suggestion of Thailand was that actually to find a kind of mechanism in that regard, financial mechanism to actually strengthen economic relation between ACD. So this is not only maybe the issue in BRICS, but also in other fora that Thailand is member as well.
Okay. We move on to the payment systems. I've read reports suggesting that BRICS is coming up with a new payment system called BRICS, which is being developed by the new development bank. You will have a new platform, maybe supported by blockchain. Do you think this will help facilitate trade or economic relations among the BRIC countries? When, by the way, as we have discussed, Russia has been subject to Western sanctions, being removed from the SWIFT system. How do you move on, to develop or tackle these financial problems and emerge even stronger? Russian economy in the first quarter of this year expanded by 5.6%, even higher than most of the European countries. How has that happened?
Thankfully to sanctions, maybe, how was happened. Because sanctions, stimulate our own wish to develop. Okay, it's about payment. In BRICS there is no revolutions. We are developing on the evolution process. We're discussing different ideas. We're discussing different options. First of all, between relevant authorities. As I mentioned, and my colleagues mentioned, since the Johannesburg summit, it was decided to let central banks and Ministry of Finance to consider any options which might be useful and effective between BRICS countries. New Development Bank is a little bit different story because it's existing already quite a long time, and it was created with the agreement between BRICS countries. And there are many projects already which is under the realization in many countries, including Russia. And it was decided, if I'm correct, it was decided to open some kind of a new development bank branches in all members. So, we're just thinking and on different options, and we're going step by step. So it's maybe not easy to underline what kind of thing would be soon, but everything is discussable. As I told you, this is an absolutely new path for Russia, of course. 17,000 sanctions against my country. From one hand, stimulate our own economy. From another hand, of course, affect my economy. But today what we see, not only about 5.6% of GDP growth, but also the very significant increasing of the, self-sufficient or self-sufficiency of Russia. And being a self-sufficient country, for us, we will have much more stronger positions to discuss any options. Any options might be useful between any countries, not only BRICS group. Nobody knows how big the BRICS would be in 5 or 10 years.
Okay.
Yes,
Ambassador Singh, does India support a new payment system or not? It will go in parallel with the SWIFT system.
Absolutely. Like I said, we have to democratize and make it egalitarian, everything, politically, economically, etc. And just to give you an example, even in our own domestic payment system, the credit cards, etc., If you know, Visa and MasterCard used to literally monopolize. We have started our own, it's called the RuPay system, R-U-P-A-Y. So the credit cards, etc., are being issued under our own payment system domestically also, so that, it is not the monopoly or duopoly of Visa and MasterCard. So if we are doing it domestically, internationally also, the greater the options, it's about choice, right? So it's always more choice is always more welcome. And I think we'll go in that direction.
Yes.
India will support it fully.
Yes, Ambassador Africa?
Just one addition concerning SWIFT.
Okay.
I fully agree with such, with many experts that who predicts the coexistence of SWIFT-like systems in the same time. If somebody feel some problems, feel not safe with SWIFT, you may just very easily and very fast to switch on to another system, and without any obstacles to keep, trade and transactions and payments.
Ambassador Africa, yes. Is the financial infrastructure in your country support or ready to embrace the new payment system?
Well, South Africa has been a member of BRICS for quite a while, and has been contributing quite substantially to the development and evolution of BRICS. Therefore, all the mechanisms that are going to be designed to facilitate the effectiveness of BRICS, South Africa is going to be part thereof and is going to support that. If there's a new payment system which is going to ease the flow of goods amongst member countries and make it easier for trade, South Africa is going to contribute to that new architecture through the expertise that I referred to earlier, the central banks and so on, so that everything that we do can run smoothly and reform the economic and financial system that we want to have, and strengthen the possibility of BRICS to trade amongst each other. Remember, we are not moving away from the existing systems. We want all existing systems to benefit the entire humanity, and we're going to contribute to that. And that's one of the main objectives of BRICS, is not to run away from anything, but to make sure that we change and reform and transform and have an equitable landscape, both financially, politically, and economically.
Thank you very much. I think we run out of time, but then before we leave, I would like you to answer very short questions as to what Thailand will benefit from joining BRICS. Just very briefly.
Very briefly, this question you have to answer. You have to ask yourself, not us.
We have already submitted the application.
Because decision was made by Thailand, so it might be decided in accordance of your own priorities. As all of us already mentioned, Thailand also is considering, just looking forward for much more fair, just global governance, for diversity of instruments using in its own interests. So it's very easy question, but the answer should be done by Thai friends.
Ambassador Singh.
BRICS today represents 41% of world population, more than 30% of global GDP in purchasing power parity terms, and as Ambassador mentioned, the most dynamic economies on the planet. India grew at 8.2%. It's a $4 trillion economy which is growing at 8%. China, South Africa, Iran. So again, it's for you to realize or understand what you want, but you become a part of a group which is not prescriptive, which doesn't impose anything, and you select and choose what you want to benefit from. So there's economic benefit, there's political benefit, there's cultural benefit, etc., etc.
Thank you. Ambassador Africa.
Yes.
Well, each country has got its own national interest, and it wants to advance those national interests. Whenever you join a particular club or a particular partnership, you do so with that in mind. So Thailand will have to define what it wants to benefit from BRICS. But as I said, Thailand has all the credential, and BRICS is a very exciting platform for the future.
Ambassador Heidari, please.
Well, I also think the same as other colleagues have said. I think this is a principle in international, even UN. When the development is discussed, they say that each country should diversify its economy, resources, and so on. And BRICS is another platform, important platform that Thailand could benefit that in order to diversify its resources and also its economy.
Thank you very much for participating in this session. It's very interesting and very stimulating indeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you very much for this panel. Please give a big round of applause ครับ for our guest speaker and moderator. May I now have the honor of calling on stage to present the tokens of appreciation to our esteemed panel. Mr. Sattha Chotnapalai, Vice President of the International Media Association of Thailand โอกาสนี้ครับขอกราบเรียนเชิญท่านอุปนายกสมาคมสื่อมวลชนนานา
Please
ชาติประเทศ
remain
ไท
on
ย
the
นะครับ
stage, please, ambassadors. We will have another photo sessions and also the token appreciation for the souvenir and yes, so another photo session, please.
ท่านแรกครับท่านเยฟกินีโจมิคิน
Ambassador Tomikhin,
เป็นชาคุณภาพส่งออกนะครับจากบริษัทยอดชาไทย
so this is the imported,
และยังมีดอกไม้สวยๆนะครับจาก Air Orchid ครับ
for Thai company and also the beautiful orchids from Air Orchid.
ท่านต่อไปครับ Ambassador Singh ครับ
Ambassador Singh, please. Ambassador of India.
มีดอกไม้ด้วยนะครับ
And also our beautiful orchid. And at the end, we will hold orchids for the photo sessions.
และนั่นต่อไปครับ Ambassador Africa ครับ
Ambassador Africa from South Africa.
และมีดอกไม้ครับ และท่านต่อไป
Ambassador
ครับ
Heidari, yes.
เป็นชาคุณภาพเยี่ยมจากยอดชาไทยนะครับ
From Yod Cha Thai, the Thai company. And of course the orchid
จาก Air Orchid ครับ
from Air Orchid. And last but not least, we will hold orchids together for another photo session. This is a kind of soft power from Thailand. Please, ambassadors.
ขอถ่ายรูปร่วมกันนะครับทุกท่านบนเวทีนะครับ พร้อมกับดอกกล้วยไม้สวยๆนะครับ
ให้ผู้ใหญ่ถ่ายได้
ขอภาพสวยๆครับ โอเคครับ ขอบพระคุณมากสำหรับเซสชันนี้ครับ
Thank you very much for the first session of the BRICS forums presented by the IMCT.
สนุกสนานมากๆนะครับแล้วก็ได้รับความรู้และสาระมากๆทีเดียวนะครับจากท่านเอกอัครราชทูตนะครับของ BRICS นะครับที่ส่งมุมมองต่อประเทศไทยในการค้าและการลงทุนนะครับ ตอนนี้คงต้องใช้เวลาในการพักนะครับพาเนลนี้สัก5 นาทีถึง
So
10
we
นา
will
ทีนะครับ
have 5-minute breaks.
ท่านขอ10 นาที
5 to 10 minute breaks, yes. And so we will come back for the second session for
ครับ
today.
จริงๆแล้วก็อยากจะเริ่มเลยนะครับ เพราะว่าเพื่อไม่ให้เป็นการเสียเวลาแล้วก็ทุกๆท่านได้อยู่ร่วมฟังกันอย่างสนุกสนานต่อนะครับ วันนี้
Yes.
ได้รับความรู้มากจริง ๆ เกี่ยวกับการค้าการลงทุนนะครับในประเทศกลุ่ม BRICS ของเรานะครับ ซึ่งประเทศไทยก็ใกล้แล้วที่จะได้เข้าร่วมเป็นสมาชิกหนึ่งในนี้นะฮะ
Thailand has already applied for the BRICS membership, and the BRICS would like to expand their membership as well. And the forum will be held in Russia today in October. So then we will see how Thailand will gain from the benefits of joining the BRICS.
เมื่อกี้ฟัง
Thank you
ท่าน
very much, all
ส
the
วัสดีครับ
ambassadors. ขอบพระคุณค่ะ
ฟังท่านทูตแล้วเพลินมาก
ใช่ท่านทูต
ท่าน
คือแต่ละท่านนี่
พูด
คือ
สนุก
แล้วก็มี
มีมุก
กิมมิกนะมีมุกของตัวเองค่ะ so all the ambassadors that from the BRICS countries
ท่าน
have
บอกเลยว่าถ้าวันนี้พูดกันจริงๆนะทั้งวันค
ใช่
รึ่งวันก็ไม่พอ
ใช่ค่ะ
แล้วก็
because this is quite new
yes
you know the new topic especially for the media you know to maybe expand the news and maybe write more and present more comprehensive information on BRICS
อย่าเพิ่งไปไหนนะครับยังมีอีกพาแนลหนึ่งนะครับ 16:10 นาทีเรามาพร้อมกันตรงนี้นะครับ ตอนนี้อาจจะเข้าห้องน้ำได้แป๊บหนึ่งเดี๋ยวกลับเข้ามาใหม่ we will right back
Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a short break.
Shortly.
We will come back here at 4:10 p.m. for the second and last section. Yes, thank you very much. See you soon.
ที่สองนะครับเรียนเชิญพิธีกรผมนะฮะดร.รุ่งครับ ขอต้อนรับท่านแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะครับกลับสู่การเสวนาช่วงที่ 2 ของเรานะครับในวันนี้ซึ่งก็ยังคงมีการแลกเปลี่ยนแนวคิด ทัศนะและก็เรื่องของโอกาสทางการค้าการลงทุนที่จะเกิดขึ้นในกลุ่มประเทศสมาชิก BRICS นะครับช่วงที่ 2 นี้เราได้รับเกียรติจากวิทยากรซึ่งเป็นตัวแทนจากสภาหอการค้านานาชาติในประเทศไทยนะครับ
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Everyone, we will now proceed with the second panel discussion, joined by distinguished guests. Our guest speakers from the Foreign Chamber of Commerce in Thailand. Without further ado, please give a big round of applause and welcome on stage our distinguished panelists. May we welcome Mr. Vitaly Kiselev, President of Thai-Russian Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Vitaly Kiselev นะครับประธานหอการค้าไทยรัสเซียนะครับ
Mr. Neil Van Heerden, Chairman of South African Thai Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Neil Van Heerden นะครับประธานหอการค้า South Africa นะครับ
Mr. Sushil Kumar Dhanuka, President of Thai India Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. สุชินกุมาดานุกานะครับประธานหอการค้าอินเดียไทย
Mr. Marcelo Souza, President of Brazil Thai Chamber of Commerce.
และ Mr. Marcelo Souza นะครับประธานหอการค้าบราซิลไทยครับ
And
ครบ
last
แล้
but
ว
not least, please welcome our on stage once again our moderator, President of IMCT, Mr. Thanong Khanthong ค่ะ
และช่วงนี้ส่งมอบหน้าที่ต่อนะครับให้คุณธนงขันทองและดร.รุ่งทิพย์โชตินภาลัย
ค่ะขอบคุณคุณชันชัยกายสิทธิ์นะคะรีบไปอ่านข่าววันนี้ Thank you so much my
ครับผม
co-moderator Thank you ค่ะ
Hello, สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
So we are coming to our second and final session for today. Our subject is trade, business and investment opportunities for Thai companies in BRICS. The first session, we got most of the impressions about the official view, of the ambassadors, about BRICS. Now, you all are representatives of the private sectors, presidents of the Chamber of Commerce, of the BRICS countries. We would like to have a more informal discussions about the, maybe you can elaborate on the benefits for Thai companies and industries in the event that Thailand's joining BRICS. Let's start with the first question, okay? If Thailand could gain membership in BRICS, what benefits, in your opinion, that Thai companies or industries will gain? Mr. Kiselev.
One, two, three. Well, first of all, I would like to thank you and the organizers for inviting us to this prestigious event. It is excellently organized. And if we talk about Thailand and BRICS, oh, definitely, BRICS as a multifaceted community which unites these countries both in a kind of a political, strategic way and also economic way. So, of course, for Thailand, joining BRICS would be of great benefit. First of all, it would ease the access of Thai goods to the markets of BRICS countries. I think also it will alleviate the status of Thailand also among its ASEAN partners. So all in all, it would be of great benefit. And we are still yet to see, because, like the ambassadors just mentioned, that it is a process has just started, and we hope to see some development in economic sphere among the BRICS countries. We don't know yet what shape it might be. It can be FTA or something, but it is yet to happen.
How about from your interactions with the business Thai leaders, the local Thai leaders, how do they feel, or are they enthusiastic about this prospect of getting into BRICS membership?
Oh, yes, I see that they are quite excited, and for myself as the representative of Russian business community here, yes, we see that they are very interested to join this community in one respect, to have more trade and more economic cooperation with Russia. So yes, that we do feel that. Thank you.
Yes, the same questions goes to Mr. Neil Van Heerden. Yes, here, what would the benefit that Thailand would get from, joining the BRICS member? Yes.
Thank you so much. Let me also start by saying thank you, Thanong, for organizing this event and the IMCT. I hope there will be very many similar events in future. So if I look at South Africa and how we've benefited from membership to BRICS, I think there are several topics. First of all, you spoke earlier about the sheer size of BRICS in terms of the populations involved, the percentage of global GDP, and also the fact that many of these countries are growing at quite a good rate, and the populations are quite young, right? So first and foremost, needless to say, these represent tremendously big potential markets for Thailand to both source materials, raw materials, for example, or new services, but also, of course, to export. I know that South Africa's economic growth, our contribution in terms of trade volume to BRICS has increased some 70% since 2017. We've also seen benefited from foreign direct investment, which I think Thailand could equally do, and in particular, mining, automotive, clean energy, transportation, financial services.
And most of this investment come from which country? From,
I believe, significantly from China, in particular, partially from India.
Okay.
Also, a topic that I know is important in Thailand, so capacity and skill building, right? Using the BRICS countries as a way to build capacity and skills. Infrastructure development, right? There have been several infrastructure projects from the BRICS countries with investments in South Africa. Again, I think Thailand can benefit from that. And then lesser thought topic, research development, right? There have been several BRICS-funded, initiated research projects in South Africa. Again, that's something that could benefit Thailand. And then just finally, increasing your influence and sphere on the global stage, right? Being a part of this larger community. I think Thailand has a lot to offer in terms of its people and natural resources, and this is another route to market to a huge potential economies. So,
Mr. Dhanuka, your Ambassador Singh, mentioned that India has been involving or engaging with different organizations. You are not part of any particular side. How joining BRICS so far have benefited India?
Hello. As our ambassador informed, we are part of so many associations, and we want to work with a mutual friendship. And when you come to especially the ASEAN and Thailand, as you know that India is an observing partner for the ASEAN also, and we have got very good relation with Thailand, with not only the economy and trade relation, we have got the civilizational relation with Thailand. Based on, I will say that I don't give importance only on trade and economy with Thailand. We have got cultural relation with our language, cultural festivals, and our religion. We have got so many relations with Thailand. So as our ambassador also told that we are happy that Thailand joined the BRICS. And then the BRICS, Brazil, India, South Africa, the population-wise also, we have got the population in our end. And if the Thailand join, and all these countries have good relation with Thailand, certainly trade and economy will grow. And there's substantial opportunity for all the countries. And Thailand is geographically also based in very strategic position here. China, Indonesia, India. So is a strategic position geographically also. Thailand is and Thailand is a very stable country, and everybody wants to work with them, do the business with Thailand. So I think it's a good thing.
Yes, Mr. Marcelo Sousa. Yes, Brazil is one of the biggest economy in Latin America. So what would Thailand benefit from the, expanding the markets to Brazil and also to BRICS nation?
Brazil is actually the largest economy in Latin America.
Exactly.
We've been trying to get Thailand involved with trade in Brazil. We actually have a good level right now, $6.3 billion and increasing every year. And while I cannot take straight credit for that, our chamber has been promoting Thailand in Brazil with all the major associations, not only trade associations, but Federation of Industries as well. So when you join BRICS, and I do hope Thailand joins BRICS, we become preferential in a way that we see each other better. The issue that we have is that Brazil is in the exact opposite side of the planet. We have a 10-hour time zone difference, and communication is complicated, shipping is complicated. However, if you look at Brazilian trade, our number one partner is China by far, then the United States, and then ASEAN. And when Brazilians look at ASEAN, unfortunately, they historically thought about Singapore. They did not think about Thailand. And because we believe that Thailand should be the center of ASEAN, we've been promoting Thailand heavily for that purpose. And
can you elaborate on that? Why Singapore, not Thailand? Thailand's economy is much larger and more diversified than Singapore.
And this is exactly what we say. Singapore is a city, very expensive city. Thailand is really the hub. It's at the center of ASEAN, second largest economy, but with a third of the population of the largest economy. Second in logistics, the number one is Singapore, but again, Singapore is a city. Thailand has EEC. So Thailand has a lot of benefits to be the center of ASEAN. What Thailand doesn't have yet, why is Vietnam is so important right now for foreign investors? Because foreign investment here is still complicated. There are antiquated laws that need to be worked on. The Foreign Business Act is a real problem. And when you look at investment, normally the existing rules discourage not only Brazilians but many others. And I think by joining BRICS, this is going to be the major benefit because the Brazilians and our friends will be interested in doing business in Thailand, and all these problems will become more evident, which means it can be worked and resolved. Because right now it's latent and it's holding the economy into a middle income trap for many years now.
We'll go back to these problems of how to improve the business environment here in Thailand. But my next question, and I will want each and every one of you to tackle this. As head of the Foreign Chamber of Commerce, Thai, in your case, Thai-Russian Chamber of Commerce, what role have you been able to play or achieve so far in promoting trade and business cooperation between Russian companies and Thai companies so far?
Well, that is a good question. And yes, as a chamber, we are obligated to promote bilateral trade and investment and economic cooperation. And I think in the case of Russia and Thailand, well, first of all, what we were always trying to get across during our meetings, our seminars, and other events is that one of the biggest problems that stay in the way, are in the way of improvement of our relations is actually lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge about possibilities, opportunities that both of countries offer. You know, there is a very interesting fact that, okay, Thailand is I think the top destination, at least today, for Russian tourists. And in the world.
And probably for the world, too.
Yeah. And when the tourists come here, they only see the beach and maybe some historic cultural sites, but they don't pay much attention to other opportunities, like business opportunities that are here. And that's where the role of the chambers comes in. So we are trying to arrange the events, and not only just, just to network and have a drink and communicate, but specific events that might be interesting for, let's say, the Thai partners, Thai businesses. We were just talking to our colleague from the social media, and we already have an idea that it would be important to arrange a seminar about, rules and regulations, import regulations existing in Russia, especially for food products and things like that, so that the Thai exporters know more about it, and so that they could use this as a gateway, as an opportunity to gain more knowledge and expand our bilateral trade.
Thailand is not yet self-sufficient in energy, and Russia is one of the world's largest energy producers, oil and gas. How can we improve trade, in this front?
Yes, I think now much is being done in this respect. Before I can tell you that Thailand was. Well, sorry to say that. Thailand was no. Thailand was always okay, but I mean, Russia was not looking at Thailand as a worthwhile destination, because the market, or energy market of Thailand is small for huge Russian companies like Gazprom or Rosneft.
Okay.
But now, today, the situation has changed. Now they're having problems to send their energy goods supplies to the West, to Europe, right? So they come to Thailand, and we see that today, I think it was just last week, we had this working group on energy, a bilateral group, which, apart from the ministerial people, was attended by high-ranking officials from practically all the major oil and gas producing companies. So there is movement in this aspect, and now I think things are going to change.
Is your energy price cheaper than that of the Middle East or not?
Oh, that's
special treatment for Thailand.
It's also about the size, you know. It's about the size. I mean, I'm sure, you know, like it's really a joke that we are very often asked by some friends. Okay, they say, "Oh, but why you sell to China very cheap? Why?" Yes, because China's buys a lot
and it's long-term contract
and long-term
contract,
and it's G2G. So I mean, you cannot
we can do
compare
that, but we can do that too, G2G.
Yes, yes. So yes, I think that would be the way. Yes, to decrease the price.
So here then, same questions. As head of the Thai South African Chamber of Commerce, what role has you been able to play so far in promoting trade business between South African companies and Thai companies?
Sure, thank you. Well, first of all, let me just say that obviously I can't take all the credit. Like the other chambers, I'm grateful to have a very engaged board of directors. Like myself, they've all been in Thailand for many years and have learned to love Thailand, the people, and the country. So we are a relatively small chamber of commerce, but I like to think that we punch way above our weight class. And we do that deliberately through...
How many members do you have now?
We have approximately 60 to 70.
Growing? Is it growing?
Yes. Since our inception, we've steadily been growing.
Okay.
You know, the South African community here is not that large, but, you know, I don't just see South African owned and managed businesses as our members, but also Thai businesses. Our strategy is very much been to be open, and we work with all other foreign chambers of commerce here. Also the joint foreign chambers of commerce, for example. We're very close to Ambassador Africa, and the South African Embassy supports us a lot. And then entities like the Board of Trade or the Board of Investment. We often have speakers that come to our events to participate. I'm very proud to say that today we have a diverse, you know, membership base, very many different industries, but also anything from startups to large corporations. Now, we serve our community through a variety of events. Yes, a lot of them are business building, so networking events, lobbying events. We have lobbyists that we support. Business briefings. You know, we have the South African Fruit Association coming to Thailand. We'll help them set up meetings. The agricultural industry will come and we'll help them set up meetings. But we're also happy to do similar reciprocal visits to South Africa. And then, you know, I very much agree with what Vitaly said. A lot of what we do is to try and demystify, you know, South Africa and Africa, right? Because I feel there's still a lot of misconceptions about who we are and how we do business and so on. And so we also do, frankly, just social events. Like we have, you know, we love rugby in South Africa. We have a rugby watch party to watch the big games. We also do culinary events. Also through the, you know, through our other BRICS chambers, we have cultural exchange nights. Because if you want to do business with a new partner, you really need to understand them and their culture and be comfortable with how they operate, right?
Yes.
So, is there more interest from South African companies in looking for opportunities here in Thailand than the other way around, or what's the traffic?
It's a bit hard for me to say. I mean, I naturally get a lot of requests from South African businesses or associations, and we immediately plug them into the embassy and then use the Board of Trade or the BOI to help, you know. I'd like to grow my membership base of Thai companies, and really this is an open invitation that you either join some of our events or become a member, because there are ample opportunities in South Africa. I think Thailand has a lot of great resources and services, some of which may need to be tweaked to be suitable for the South African market. But please feel open to approach myself, to attend some of our events. I think there's a lot more that we can do.
Same question to Mr. Dhanuka.
Yeah.
The role
You see,
of Thai-Indian Chamber of Commerce.
India-Thai Chamber of Commerce is, I think, one of the oldest chamber here. We are completing 80 years this year.
How many members do you have now?
We have got 400 over members, Indian companies working in Thailand. And we have got the Like you say, how we work in 3 sectors. For the Indian companies working in Thailand, we help them how to promote the business in Thailand. And also the Thai companies want to invest in India. So we assist them by giving them information, connecting them to Indian authorities, connecting them to the chamber, because we have got the MOU with Indian Chamber of Commerce, we have got the Federation of Indian Industries. So we are in touch with them, and we have and with the government of India, and we are working hand to hand with the Indian embassy. So whenever any Thai companies want to go, we assist them by giving them the proper information and connecting them to the right authorities in India, in Delhi. And same way we also work. Third sector is the Indian companies want to invest in Thailand. So when they contact us, we give them the facility, we connect them to BOI, we connect them to the Board of Trade, and we have got a very good relation with the Foreign Chamber of Commerce of Thailand. So we work together, and Board of Trade and Thai Chamber of Commerce, and BOI, we have got a very good, and also we have got the immigration authorities also relations. So we provide the information how to get the visa, how to get the expatriate for the company. So in these 3 sectors we are working, and this is growing. Our chamber is also growing, and I think the Thai companies, like the big companies, CP Group is already in India, and Thai Summit is there, and some construction companies are there, because India is one of the fastest growing economy in last so many years. So the infrastructure development is quite fast in India. So all the road construction, railways, so the Thai companies are there, and lot of interconnection with the Thailand, India is taking place. And because of our government today, the Modi government is not look India also. They say act East, not only look East. So now they have come to the policy from look to act. So you're proactive. The government is proactive, as our ambassador also told, that India is today thriving to have the relation with all the countries, and India is today higher middle class income group is increasing every year. So India is a big market today, consumer market. India is going to become the biggest consumer market. So they were buying capacity, and at the same time, I'm not talking only that. Industry, because industrial growth of Thailand is, I have some doubt, as I told last time also, that workforce is here is short of workforce, the labor force. And also I suggested from this platform that Thai government should invest more money in educating. Today we are lack of skilled worker. So they should invest money in education. There are a lot of college dropouts are here. So the government should give them proper scholarship, proper aid to go to the Thai students, go abroad, learn, like Malaysia did in last decade. They invest a lot of money in education. So today, the Malaysia has got a very good skilled labor, skilled employee, which is today lacking in Thailand. Thailand should invest in education, so that in next decade, next 5 years, that Thailand will have the more and more. And then second sector is today we are also promoting the tourism sector. So India and Thailand, between that Indian tourists today, they're growing. So this year we are planning about 2.6 million tourists will come from India. And the flights are also increasing every week. So this sector is a growing sector. As I last time told, if the Thailand joins the BRICS, then we'll have the big group. And then within this big group, the tourism should be developed. We can have the visa like a Schengen visa, so BRICS visa. So one country you give the visa, and then the tourists can go to all the BRICS countries. So that will be a great idea, and then we can develop this relation.
Thank you, Mr. Dhanuka. Yes, going to the same question for you that you were just saying earlier, that the Chamber of Commerce of the Brazil have to maybe promote, more understanding of the Thai companies to Brazil. What about from Brazil to Thailand?
Yeah, the bigger job that we do is actually from Brazil to Thailand, because Thais are always looking for opportunities. And because of that, I don't know if you all know, but Thailand, for us, Thailand is already a member of BRICS and has been since 2018. We have created, in 2018, the Confederation of BRICS Chambers of Commerce in Thailand. This confederation has existed since before the pandemic. We got interrupted by the pandemic. I happen to be the last chamber president from that time that created this, this confederation with the support of our respective embassies. But they all were here with us, not in the capacity of president, but vice president or board member. So the idea has been supported over all these years. So basically, with this confederation, we put together a portal, a web portal, and you're invited to see BRICSchambers.com. BRICSchambers.com. There, we have listed every member of our chambers. So why is this relevant? Because our members have the capacity, the ability to promote their products and services. They have ownership of their little piece of that portal. So they can constantly advertise what they have. So it's not a mere directory of companies. It's actually an interactive platform. And this allows our Thai friends to find our companies and our companies to find our Thai friends. The only way you can become a member of this portal, that you can put your information there, is if you become a member of one of the 5 chambers. The other countries that join BRICS don't have a chamber yet, but they're also present. So going through that, we try to promote BRICS more in Thailand. So it's Confederation of BRICS Chambers of Commerce in Thailand. It's the first of its kind. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. And the idea we had is to consolidate what we have here and then start inviting chambers of commerce of our countries elsewhere to join us. Let's call the Brazil Chamber of Commerce in Uruguay. They're welcome to join. The Iranian Chamber of Commerce in Tehran, they're welcome to join. So this way we create a BRICS economy, grassroots economy. We don't need our governments to set that up. We can set that up ourselves. In fact, we have different political systems, and I would say Brazilians are a little bit aggressive on that, the way we see the government. We see the government as our employees. We work hard, we pay taxes, and the taxes pay their salaries. If they help us, they can have a better pension because we're going to pay more taxes.
But most governments are our bosses.
Yes, but this is the principle that we have. So here in this room where you all are today, we had our first BRICS cultural event. There was the BRICS Cultural Night where we got the support of our embassies as well and our chambers, and we put booths all over this area where we could taste each other's foods, see what we wear, buy great South African wine that Karel over there brought. And why do we do this? Because before we did a business forum, we wanted our executives to get to know each other, get to appreciate each other's culture. We are 5 different countries, 5 different cultures, and we work so perfectly together. And that shows the power of the private sector in setting the BRICS economy as grassroots, not waiting for the governments to set that up. We did it.
Okay, thank you.
Bravo.
Mr. Kiselev, Russia has been sanctioned by the West. It's very difficult or almost impossible for Russian companies to open a foreign currency account or the banks, to do international transactions. So far, how do Russian companies overcome these obstacles, particularly in doing business with Thai companies here?
Yes, that's really a kind of a problem. You're right. Well, speaking of sanctions in general, we know that, well, I would say that Europe is suffering more than we are from these sanctions, and I believe that it was the plan from the beginning. But anyway, I would be wrong and I would be mistaken if I said that the sanctions don't affect us. Of course, they do hurt. And like you said, the main area where that's what I say, hurts the most is international trade. Because of our banks are cut off from the SWIFT system, and I mean, basically, we cannot do transactions in euros or dollars, and since this year, it's impossible also to trade in yuan. Before that, there was what the Chinese banks were allowed. I mean, they allowed to do money transfers, but since January this year, one by one, they have stopped doing that. So yes, it is a big problem, and a problem with, especially with our trade with Thailand. But of course, as every problem has a solution. That is that I learned in my many years of experience as a diplomat and a businessman. We know that problems are created in order to find solutions. So these solutions are currently being found, and one of them is which was actually touched upon. The subject was touched upon during the first session with the ambassadors, which is trading in national currencies. Although it is today, it's still not like a very widely accepted method, but it is already starting. There are companies who are, I mean, let's call them banks, who are interested in getting to use the Russian payment system, which is
Do you have to go through a correspondent banks?
Yes, that's right.
Two parties together.
Exactly. But without SWIFT. Yeah, so this system is already starting to work, and there are other systems which are maybe not so well. They involve third parties, and they may be a bit more expensive than the direct transactions, but still they already exist, and they are already helping Russian and Thai businesses to exchange money.
How about Russian visitors to Thailand? Visa card, MasterCard, Amex, have boycotted.
Absolutely. Yeah, there is.
How they go through this?
Okay. Some people they get credit cards or cards from neighboring countries like Kazakhstan and maybe Azerbaijan, Georgia, which are not sanctioned. But of course, it is a bit difficult. It's not for everyone. And unfortunately, our advances to get our MIR card going here in Thailand were, after those events, they were kind of slowed down.
Is the MIR card accepted widely by merchants here or shops here?
Actually, yeah, you've touched upon a very important issue. Before the SMIR card, we tried to approach the banks to use it in ATMs and things like that. So, and the Thai banks were reluctant to do that because they were afraid of secondary sanctions. So it's quite understandable. But now, like you said, the merchants, the hotels that accommodate for tourists, they are interested. They are not afraid of sanctions. And so there is kind of a new development where this MIR card maybe very soon will start working directly with merchants through QR codes and things like that. So that would be a great advantage and a great help for Russian tourists. By the way, that this year we are planning to have about 2 million of them.
Okay.
So it's a big group.
Most of them to Phuket.
Yes.
Looking for new properties.
Some of them looking for new
also
properties.
Pattaya.
And Pattaya, of course. Pattaya is a traditional city. Yeah.
Mr. Heidari, can we touch a little bit about the money exchange or payment system that you want to see improvements, in that front in order to promote or in order to increase or facilitate the business transactions between South African and also with Thailand and other parts of the world?
Well, I'll admit I'm no expert on the payments issue, although I have worked in payments. I do know that it's an issue. I think obviously trade between BRICS countries is facilitated and is being done and is increasing significantly. I know that for a fact to be true for South Africa. But I think the payments issues have still not been entirely resolved. I know that the South African government is looking at the new proposed payment system and are very in favor of it. I can't say how soon that'll be resolved, and absolutely appreciate everything that Vitaly has said. There are current workarounds, but I don't think it's by any means solved yet. So still a bit of work to be done there.
Okay. Mr. Dhanuka, while Thailand is waiting to become a member of BRICS, should India and Thailand accelerate the negotiations on the FTA or free trade agreements?
Yeah, this is the actually issue going on from last long time. And India has got the certain FTA with the Thailand. I think 80 items are under FTA already. But rest of the things are got stuck somewhere. I don't want to elaborate on this platform because India want to do the FTA, but there are certain technical issues. And but major items are under FTA already, like textile. Today, India is one of the textile producer, and textile items are tax-free today from India to Thailand, and chemicals are also under FTA. So major items are already only that. Some sector which I know that like jewelry sector, which is under not FTA, and I think negotiations are going on, and there is a new government today forming in Thailand. I think they will continue the negotiation of FTA, and in a short time the FTA will be signed, and already within ASEAN there is a FTA, and then India is going to become the partner of the ASEAN. So that way indirectly is working FTA. Okay. But only that some China factor is there, so I think that factor at the political level they will solve this issue.
Okay.
Okay, so
about the payment, what I say, what you asked the payment, but India-Thailand payment is not an issue. Today also India is negotiating with the Bank of Thailand to accept the Paytm. So the Indian tourists can use the Indian credit card here. That is also being done. Indian currency and Thai baht is interchangeable at the exchange counter today. And a lot of Indian tourists coming here, and they are bringing the Indian currency, and a lot of shops here accepting Indian currency. So that way, currency is not an issue between the India and Thailand at present.
Yes, for you, Mr. Sousa, I think we almost run out of time. So after this, we will open for the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please, yes. So for Brazil, you think for BRICS, it start as an economic bloc, yes? Do you want to see it evolve in terms of like FTA or maybe more open, just like FTA?
Well, as you mentioned, BRICS is not an FTA. Obviously, it would be nice that we could evolve into some sort of FTA, and also as a way of eliminating visas, because we need to have the movement of executives and professionals amongst the countries. And this topic is interesting because Thailand right now has been very eager in getting more FTAs with many regions in many countries, and I think it's a good move. However, if Thailand only pursues the FTAs but does not change rules and regulations here, it will backfire. And for the following reason, if you don't alter, for instance, the Foreign Business Act, and you don't allow professionals to come here, people with unique skills that they could actually help develop the economy, for instance, you will see your partners on the other side developing. They are investing in technology, they have a lot of youngsters in the workforce, and that gives them an edge. And if you're bound by an FTA with that nation, you're now in trouble, because they will eventually use your market as a dumping ground. So what you have to do, what Thailand needs to do, is to reassess the way Thailand is developing. Again, it is a middle income trap right now.
Right.
It's an aging population. The country is becoming older before it's becoming wealthy. It's hard to attract talent. The visa situation is problematic. And then you see why so much investment in Vietnam and not in Thailand. And that's the reason, because investors are well treated there. So when you think about an FTA, even a BRICS FTA, you have to think, I need to grow in order to be able to play in this FTA. Otherwise, there will be lions and I'll be the gazelle.
Oh.
So you have to consider that.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much. So now I think we go for a Q&A.
Yeah.
Yes, I have now the questions here from the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Information. From your point of view, do you think what is the main obstacle to make Thai labor have the difficult mobility between Thailand and BRICS countries? Is it language? What if Thailand become BRICS membership? Will it be more possible for career labor mobility?
Well, I can take a bit of a stab at that.
Okay.
Again, I've lived in Thailand for 13 years, absolutely love the Thai people and the culture. One of the things I really struggled with when I worked for American Express was that a lot of my Thai staff were not interested in positions abroad. And it made it very difficult for career progression, right? American Express, global company, lots of opportunities in Southeast Asia, obviously in New York, etc. And I struggled with that because, you know, from my culture, the first thing you do when you finish your degree is you go abroad, right? You get experience, you do a 6-month internship, etc. So, you know, I understand that, you know, from a Thai culture perspective, you know, you're very family orientated, and that's certainly one of the key strengths of the Thai people. But there needs to be more mobility and willingness to go and open your horizons by going to work, even if it's just for a short period of time.
Is this a culture problem?
No, it may not be a culture. It may be also a education.
Education, okay.
Yeah. Because I do think that there's, you know, it makes it a lot easier to engage in international trade if you've spent some time in that other country and lived there, right?
Okay. Any questions from the floor, please?
มีคำถามไหมคะ ถ้ามีคำถามสามารถถามได้หรือว่าส่งขึ้นมาได้นะคะ Any more questions, please? You could, yes. Sure.
I can add to that. I don't think it's a cultural problem at all, because as we come and live in Thailand, we get to appreciate Thainess. We incorporate that, you know, a nice way to work with each other. But definitely the way Thailand blocks investments, thinking that those foreigners are coming to take their market, or worse, those foreigners are coming to take their jobs. Foreigners, qualified foreigners, are not coming here to take Thai jobs. They're coming here to create entire industries, new industries, where there will be plenty of jobs and transfer of skills. So in this sense, I understand when the laws were created in the 1970s that Thailand was growing, it had to develop. You didn't want the economy to be taken over by foreigners. However, Thailand is now mature, ready to compete, and ready to get more foreign investment. Thailand needs technology, innovation. All the neighbors are getting that. And the best way to get that right now, you know, through a BRICS association, is to allow those foreigners, qualified foreigners, to come and create industries and change industries. It will benefit Thailand. Immigration needs to be regulated. You have migrant workers to come and do small jobs, but you have to allow also the people who will bring money and expertise to develop your industries.
Yeah, I agree with Marcelo. I'm living here last 45 years in Thailand, and the education and now the Thailand, we are saying, matured enough not to worry about the taking the job of Thais. they should be more open to the expatriate, so that more investment can come, and their regulation giving the work permit and visa should be more relaxed, so that I think if the visa and this work permit is little bit relaxed, more investment will come in Thailand, and new innovation, new technology will also come. At the same time, labor force has to be improved and skill. That I again repeat that Thailand has to be in language also. The English speaking still is an issue because a lot of places you see the Filipinos are working where the language is required. So we have to teach them more English from the child, grade 7 or grade 5, and that's where we can develop.
Yes, I think we now have questions. Please.
Como vai você?
Tudo bem.
Bada bem. I'm Thai. ผมคนไทยนะฮะ I traveled to Brazil when I was 12. So to answer your question that Thai youth don't go abroad. Some Thai youth, well, for me, many years ago, now I'm a more senior. We travel around the world. So you can meet some Thai people like myself. I worked with the government for a while. Now I'm independent. So what my question is, how can Thai people who are enthusiastic like me, we linkage with the prestigious individual like yourself and to collaborate with BRIC, to bridging between Thailand and BRIC, our friends in BRIC. Now I represent the community enterprise. I know that landowner in Thailand and community enterprise, people who have land and people who have herb and farm, and they do wellness, and they do their food, but they're little people. How can we combine, integrate little people with the big people, the good people, the strong people of BRICS? That would be very interesting. We want to collaborate and find our way out of the economic crisis. We can feel it, that the money is going, and we understand about the printing of dollar, which is too much.
Okay,
so,
can you address this
question?
Yes, well,
young, small people want to connect with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Obrigado.
Thank you very much for your question. Yes, we are open. We are open. Please come and join our chambers, whatever country you are more interested in. And we will be happy to share with you our knowledge, our experience, and really help all those people who you're talking about, especially people in agriculture, because I think this is also very important now for Thailand at this stage to increase the productivity in agriculture and get it back on track to being a kitchen of the world, which it, used to be, still maybe, yes, but to get it better, okay? Thank you.
Please see BRICSchambers.com. You have access to all of our chambers there. Thank you for the question.
Maybe I'll just also add, I appreciate the question and the comments. I think what makes the opportunity for us to work together so great is that certainly between South Africa and Thailand, we face very many similar socio-economic problems, right? And I think if we can find a way of bringing those people and those economies together, we can really drive for a win-win. So yes, I would encourage you, join some of our events. We'll be at the Thai Silk Fair, which is happening soon at Central World, open to the public. We also have Africa Day celebrations with other African countries, including South Africa. And then my chamber has very many events that are open to the public. So, please engage with us. Don't be shy. I'd love to explore opportunities.
Okay.
Same way, you're most welcome to India Thai Chamber of Commerce also. Anytime, any help, we are ready to help you. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have one more question. Last question, please.
Hi. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman of the Chamber of Commerce from the BRICS nation. And good afternoon to Khun Thanong. I'm assigned by the Federation of Land Transport of Thailand, and I'm also the president of Thailand Authorized Custom Broker Association. To join BRICS, I'm very happy, and I hope that BRICS would accept Thailand as one of its members. To promote trade, you have to promote international logistics and transport. To promote the technology transfer, I also respect our, how should I call, the more advanced BRIC nation to invest in Thailand, and hope that we can share your technology. We can have the technology transfer to our people in Thailand. And we hope that all BRIC nations would come in and invest in Thailand together with our Thailand investor, so that we can promote technologies, we can promote education, we can promote our people to be capable and be competitive with the world and other nations. Thailand strategically have geographical advantage with the deep seaport at Lam Chabang and also the coming seaport in Ranong for the trade between Thailand and Myanmar. I am hoping that our government would build the standard gauge railway connecting the One Belt, One Road to Nong Khai, to Lam Chabang, to Rai Kabrang, and to our western ports of Thailand. By doing so, we can connect the multimodal transport operations for the transloading, for the transshipment between countries in South China Sea and Pacific, to countries to the west, to the Indian subcontinent, to the Middle East, and to Europe, through One Belt, One Road, to the international waterways, and through Thailand as the hub for ASEAN. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think
Yes, I absolutely agree. It's, this is something we've been seeing for a long time, and I think Thailand is working on incredible projects that helps put Thailand in the map for this kind of investment and technology transfer, like the Eastern Economic Corridor, the BOI incentives. The only issue is we still hit some major problems that discourage companies from investing here. And they're all based in laws that were created for a time that before the internet, before the digital world. And these laws need to be revised, reformed. And as you know, this is not a simple task. You know, it has to go through Parliament. It's extremely complicated. But I would say the single most problematic point is the Foreign Business Act. For instance, logistics should be removed from as an exempt activity. And you would see great investment from logistic companies here, bringing everything, digitalization, transport, everything. Thais would benefit and learn and teach as well, because there's so much in Thailand that foreigners want to learn. So I agree. Thank you for the points.
Thank you. I think we are coming to the end, of our sessions. I hope that you find the two sessions equally interesting and useful. We have learned a great deal about BRICS this whole afternoon, particularly Thailand's chances of becoming a BRICS member, which represents a new frontier, for Thailand to do business and expand its economy in the future. As many of you might know, we invited the Prime Minister to preside over the opening ceremony for this event, but then there was a political accident, and now we have a new Prime Minister, a new cabinet is being formed, but I don't think the government will change its policy toward Thailand's aspiration to become a BRICS member. As representatives, of the Chamber of Commerce, I would like all of you to help, Thailand in this endeavor by conveying the message to your governments back home that Thai private sector Thai companies or Thai governments really, looking forward to join BRICS because joining BRICS is one of Thailand's most important foreign policy, in my opinion, for it represents Thailand's doing a balancing act. As a small country, we are being sandwiched, between superpowers, from this side and superpowers from the other side. It's very difficult to do the tightrope walking, but Thailand has a very good relations, with the West and also the emerging countries all over the world. We welcome. But by the way, the world is changing. The overall picture is that the West is in a decline and the East is rising. Growth and opportunities are in the BRICS countries, in the emerging countries. If you look at the GDP, the growth rate here is much higher. So going forward, we are going to see what we say multipolar world rather than a unipolar world like in the past. So the BRICS Forum Thailand 2024 is the very first activity within the public domain of the International Media Association of Thailand, which has only come into being very recently. We'll have more activities to come, and we'll keep you informed. So that's it for today, and I wish you have a safe trip back home, and goodbye for today. สวัสดีครับ ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะในโอกาสต่อไปนะคะขอเรียนเชิญคุณศรัทธานะคะคชาพลายุกอุปนายกสมาคมสื่อมวลชนนานาชาติค่ะมอบของที่ระลึกนะคะ so coming up next we would like to give our guest of honors the token of appreciations. Mr. Kiselev, yes, the president of the Thai-Russian Chamber of Commerce received the token of appreciation from IMCT and also our beautiful orchid to take home. Thank you so much. Please, Mr. Neil Van Heerden, Chairman of South African Thai Chamber of Commerce. Yes, and this flower, the orchids. Mr. Sunil Kumar Dhanuka, President of India Chamber of Commerce, India Thai Chamber of Commerce. Also the orchid, please. Yes. Mr. Marcelo Souza, President of Brazil Thai Chamber of Commerce, the largest economy in Latin America. I've been to Brazil. Yes. Muito obrigado. ขอบคุณมากค่ะ Yes, and then we take a photo session all together, please. The last photo session, yes, last but not least. Gracias. Thank you so much. And that wraps up our forum for today. BRICS Forum Thailand 2024, presented by IMCT. Thank you very much, all our guests of honors, ladies and gentlemen. ขอบคุณทุกท่านนะคะที่ได้เข้ามาร่วมงานในวันนี้ค่ะ ซึ่งถ้ามีข้อผิดพลาดประการใดนะคะทางผู้จัดก็คือ IMCT นะคะสโมสรผู้สื่อข่าวนานาชาติประจำประเทศไทยก็ต้องกราบขออภัยด้วยนะคะและวันนี้ขอให้ทุกท่านเดินทางโดยสวัสดิภาพค่ะ Thank you very much สวัสดีค่ะ